Hi, I'm Lisa,
And I'm Jenny.
and we're the
Shady trees.
Stitches coming to you from our separate homes. I have
Yes.
no idea what the display looks like because I'm filming on my iPad. So I've got a big Jenny and a little me.
Uh-huh.
So sorry.
I've got both of us side by side. Think you just need to change the participant view, and then you can have both of us side by side.
Oh, I don't think I can do that while I'm recording.
Ah,
So anyway,
okay.
we've just learnt that you can't record in a breakout room anyway. So sorry about
On
that.
on a tablet.
On a tablet. But
Yeah.
hello, everyone. We're talking about cross stitch, actually, not recording. And we have been very slack and busy and have not actually got to you all month since the retreat. Sorry about that. March was a month.
Oh yeah.
So if you're new, welcome. Grab your stitching, sit back, grab a cuppa, and hopefully you like what you see. And if you're one of our regulars, well, we know you know what sort of crazy you're in for. So enjoy, but hopefully the camera and the sound on this is working well and you can hear us equally today. We do
Yes.
appreciate the feedback when there is an issue. We can't retrospectively fix it, but
No, but we can fix it for the next time. So I'm on a different computer because my old computer was a bit quiet. So I had to get I had to get a new computer for work anyway. So I've now switched over to that, and Lisa's trying on her tablet this time. So
so it's not
yeah.
blurry because people complain when I'm in this room, I have a blurry camera.
Ah.
All right, so we'll see how this goes. Let us know below in the comments. We'd really appreciate to know. All right, Jenny, this is a regular floss tube, but it's also our March wrap up floss tube where we get to see Jenny's progress. And the first thing we like to talk about is any finishes.
You're right. Like you said, March was a month. I didn't get much stitching done.
Okay, well, it was definitely a month, that's for sure. And the
Yep.
fact that I didn't film the mid month.
Yep.
I'm just having a look because I know I definitely do have finishes. Um,
Ooh.
yeah, I'm just got to check which month I'm on to make sure I give you the right information.
Yep.
Okay, I do have two finishes for the month. You saw Bella Bunny being finished at the retreat, and
Oh, yes, yes, your
on the
bunny
first day of the month,
ornament.
and on this, that was model. It was model number
Yep.
4, and
Yep.
I also finished model number 5 on the last day of the month. And this is the beautiful next one in my little scroll series.
Ah, yes.
And this is Easter Scroll, which was the Patreon ornament for April. So
Ah.
there is my lovely Easter scroll.
Ah, that was the one. There was a sneak peek of
Yes.
colors, I think.
Maybe. I don't know. I've been doing a lot of.
There was a sneak peek of something to do with it. Now that I see all the bright Easter colors,
Yes.
yes, it's ringing bells. But
So I really like these scrolls because they're just nice and cute to have on your bookshelf or something. So I do have plans for lots of different scrolls. And if you're interested in the wooden scrolls, they are available at Paddock Lane Designs. So there you go.
but
All right.
just a quick little bit with that with the finishing. Have you put an inner layer, or is it just folded over and hemmed?
At the moment, it's just folded over, Jenny.
Okay,
But
sorry.
yeah, I haven't finished. I haven't finished FFOing it.
Okay, but is that your plan that you'll put sort of an inside lining
I'll put a same as I did for the
backing?
last one. I'll put a iron-on interfacing on one
Oh yeah.
side, and then I'll sew up the back and attach it. And this time I'm going to actually crochet chain the
Ooh.
thread to go around the button to hold it together. But no, I
Brilliant.
haven't got to the FFOing yet. So
Sorry.
bad, Lisa. All right, and as I said, bad Lisa's done lots of stitching. All right, well you haven't done much. So
Yeah.
what have you done?
Okay. So I have, oops. Well, not stitching, but stitching related. So last month, yes, when we were together, and I showed my paid stuff. I'd done that side. Now
Uh-huh.
I've done all of those ones, and then I ran out of the rings because although I bought floss drops from Paddock Lane Designs,
You didn't buy
um,
rings.
well, no, they came with rings, but they came with 20 floss drops on each ring, and some of them I don't have 20, so I need to spread it out more, so I needed more inks. But they came in the mail this week, so I can now finish that. So yeah, so I've done a bunch more of that. I did a little bit more on my Mill Hill house. So sorry for the crinkling. Okay, so oops. That's what it's going to look like when it's finished. And I added 2 more shades of green. I did
Ooh,
this little tree here and the darker green in here. And then I also finished off the paler green. I'd sort of got it to the top. And then I had to wait till I had other stitches to then, yeah.
yeah, fill it in.
And I've also done this white. That's not the balcony, but underneath the balcony, I've done this white here and across the garden. And
Nice. Yeah, I can see that it's really taking shape now.
yes, there's still I'm I was kind of trying to leave the white till the end because I didn't want to get grubby, but there's so much white because although it's snowing, so I kind of had to do some white to fill it in. Otherwise, there's too much counting and I'll make a mistake. And then I also did some work on my this is this is my working copy, so it's not great. On my cross stitch nation, um, which was a sal with all of the Shady Trees girls.
You're not the last to finish it. Keep going.
Yes. So here's what it looked like before, and here's what it looks like now.
Yay, you put the words on.
I started doing the words and I started doing this. So this was a new thread. So I'm using gumnut yarns. That's what it's
Which
called.
unfortunately are no more.
Oh.
Hmm.
So yes, so I've got a variegated green and a variegated sort of corally pink. And so I'm doing, yeah, the words and then the leaves, and then I'll do the same green and pink for the flowers that go across the top.
Nice. That'll look good.
So it's very subtly variegated. You can sort of see, if I get it much closer, particularly in the leaves, you can see that
Hmm.
this one's a bit paler. And if I go, the S is quite dark, the H is a bit paler, and then the A is paler.
Yeah, you can see
So,
the little gradation. I like those subtle variegations.
yeah. So I thought it's only subtle, but I still need to do it stitch by stitch. And actually, for these leaves, I worked out that that's the best way because it's 4 stitches across and 4 stitches down. So what I'm doing is I started here and I went up diagonal and across and down diagonal and up and down. So I'm going this way.
Hmm.
And then I get to that takes me to that middle point, and then I
And
can
then you
do
go
the down
down.
ones, and that takes
Yeah.
me. And so yeah, so once I got into that pattern, but then my thread ran out.
And that will look really nice with the leaf sort of structure as well, because usually have that sort of stem down the middle of the leaf.
Yes,
So that's really good. Yeah, lovely.
yes. So yes, and that's all the stitching I've done.
Okay. So do you have your stats?
Um, not with me, but it was about 480 stitches in total, both of those for the month. So not heaps.
No, and that's okay. Don't feel bad about it. You do
I,
you.
I did have, well, you had one hospital visit, I had two, and
Yes.
neither of them very long, but
They
it
wipe you out
takes,
for a bit.
yeah,
Yeah. No,
absolutely.
March has been a month. I
Yeah.
had one hospital visit for myself.
Well, yes, sorry, I should, yeah,
I had two others.
yes.
Anyway,
But one of them you were given permission to stitch.
I know one of them I
I
got to
seem to
stitch.
remember.
I think I did 87 or 76 stitches. I can't remember which, but I got to do some stitching, so that was good. Okay, well, my stitching, my goodness, guys, I do apologize because it has been a month. You'll be pleased to know, not a great stitching month.
Oh,
No, but perfectly respectable.
okay.
For me,
Okay.
My
So even though it was a month, you still got a fair amount done. That's good.
yeah. No, it's not abysmal. It's less than my other months so far this year, but that's okay. So my grand total was 15,628 for the month. That's what I mean, perfectly acceptable for
Yeah.
even my range.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, and realistically, I'm happy with that, considering all the things I was doing.
Yes.
But I did work on a lot of pieces, and I don't have all the stats and everything to tell you, because it would take me too long. So
Yes.
let's start with the Stitchy Spot cell.
Woo-hoo.
I am up to date. Actually, I have stitched on it already, and I've got it up to date as of now. So I already put on my end of month thread,
Uh-huh.
but I did it in March, so it's part of my.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Um,
Now that first button, that is that a real button or is that a needle
yes,
minder?
no, this is a real button. I decided that for my sparkly buttons for seeing Modmins in the wild, I'm going to put real buttons on.
Very cool.
So I do have to add another button for my, because I saw, did I see in the wild? I can't remember, but I
Um,
think anyway, I saw someone on the wild.
you would have seen.
There was no one else down at the retreat.
No.
No, but I think because I accepted the virtual ones,
Yes.
if there was another one. Anyway, I can't
Yes.
remember.
Yes. Yes.
Okay, irrelevant. I have not caught up to my March stitching on the Stitchy Spot Sal, but I have caught up my February stitching I did in March. So I always do it after the month. So for March, we've actually got this stained glass window happening above the toilet. And
Ah. So
every,
there's so
everyone's
the
bathroom.
bottles in the cabinet for February.
Yeah, so there's like shampoo
Yes.
bottles and
And
things.
is that towels? Is
That's
that
toilet paper.
oh, oh,
Above the toilet, you got 31
fancy
rolls of
toilet
toilet
paper.
paper. We hoarded it and ready for whatever. And
Cyclones and
so
everything.
yeah, I'm so yes, I've just started, and can you see a bit of a colouring happening on the first few days of the month? It's all very blue and grey, isn't it?
Yes.
Which is low.
Yeah.
In fact, I went through those stats just for fun with some of the girls on Zoom the other night when I worked them out, and I did a like a mean sort of analysis to work out my stitching when I was writing down the numbers, and there were 6 times I did 100, 6 times I did 200, 6 times I did 1,000, and then the winning one I think 7 times was 300 stitches. So it was really all over the shop for me. All right, a lot of work this month was done. Oh, I'm being bad. I got the pictures out to show you guys.
Oh, cover photos.
Yeah, sorry. So, okay.
Ooh.
Macintosh Mill.
Yes.
Focus and my piece for Brawn for Survivor in Australia.
Yes.
So this is what it looks like now.
Ooh.
And I'll put in a picture of what it looked like before as a comparison. But basically, all of this developed, and I've started filling in all of here. So it's basically done to there. There'll be one little bit there,
Yeah.
and a little bit there.
Yeah.
And then I'm moving across. But excitedly.
Oh, you got to the other end?
Yep.
Woohoo! Oh, you have too.
Yeah. So
Cream
there's
and
the other
everything.
end. So
Woohoo!
not that much to go.
No.
I mean, still a bit.
Oh yeah. And
but
it looks like that barn with the cobblestone. Well,
yeah,
it's not cobblestones because that's what you walk on, but the
yeah,
the
cobblestone
stone
bricks.
wall
Yeah.
is that would be a little bit that would be a lot of counting to make sure. Although if you do one of them wrong, it's not going to matter too much. But
Look,
still, a
we know a
fair
lot. We
amount.
know a lot of my stitching goes that way.
But
Okay.
other chunks of Macintosh Mill have been big block
Yeah.
colours.
And there's not a lot of block colours left.
No.
But where the barn finishes, I've just got to do the water wheel and the water.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not all full at the front. And yeah, so it's on progress to go well.
Yes.
Totally irrelevant to that. Just the next one sitting on my lap is the Epic Disney Princesses. And I am stitching on this one, which is Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. I know that was blurry, but sorry. And this is where we're up to.
Oh.
We have got Snow White and her prince, who I think's name was Fernandad. We did some research. We've got almost all of the cottage and a tree, 4 of the 7 dwarfs, and I've just started the Wicked Stepmother.
Oh.
So, yeah, that's got some progress.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know if I brought the picture of this one out to show you. Yes, I did. The Big Red Ship of Life.
Ooh.
This piece I so want to stitch, and it was gifted to me by a lovely friend in America. And I really want to get it done before she's no longer around to see me enjoy it. But this piece does not like me. I've already restarted it once. And I had to frog everything I'd done down here because I made a counting error. And so I had to do away with something. So basically, I frogged it. Oh, well.
So you haven't done any stitching on that. You've done some unstitching.
I've done unstitching. I don't think I actually got to restitch, but I unstitched in this month.
Yeah.
All right. Also,
but at least now it's ready for you to.
Yeah, I know. All right. The next one I have got that I have stitched on is Catch the Wind by Told My Garden. And you can't actually see what I've done.
Oh.
Well, you can.
Oh, okay. Yes. Now that
but like when I go like that, you can't see it. But I did all that white.
Okay.
And I filled in a bit of colours here. So yeah, so it got some life and it is progressed a bit.
And I guess because of the colour of that material, stitching in white wouldn't have been as difficult as white on white.
No, it was fine, except I discovered it wasn't actually a white ruffle on that dress. It was meant to be an ecru ruffle on that dress. But all 3 girls are going to have white ruffles because I said so, because I'm personalising it. And you know that I'm the queen of personalisation. All right.
Hello?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
but I'm the queen of non-intentional personalisation.
Right, yes.
But I couldn't leave the personalisations on the Big Red Ship. I had to fix them up. All right. On the last day of the month, I got to touch my Celtic Winter. Yay. And she was also stitching in white. But I'm really excited because the beautiful Kim, hello Kim, has put it into Pattern Keeper friendly format. I know, Jenny, you know the right people now. So I can do the rest of it with Pattern Keeper, which will make it be so much more appealing. And I'd also like to publicly acknowledge my nice friend Karina, who has donated me her collection of 11 by 17s.
Oh.
Because she doesn't like them. So that was very kind of her. So that's part of my stitchy kindness, but just while I think of it. Okay. I'm just going through checking I haven't missed anything. Oh, I'm going to put a little video in here of my purple flowers because I filmed that with Michelle.
For this week, I have a special guest presenter. We're here with the lovely Michelle.
Hi.
She's waving at you even though you can't see her. That's so funny. She's used to being on the camera. But we're showing you today this because Michelle and I are both working on Purple Flower a Day by Carolyn Manning. And we started off the year wanting to do 100 stitches a day. Yep. And we both did pretty well.
We did.
Yeah. A couple of months, I reckon. We got till nearly the end of February before we decided that we really didn't like changing colours that much.
Yeah.
So we've changed our goal. What's our goal now, Michelle?
1,000 stitches a month.
Yeah. And have you been keeping up with it?
Not really.
Not really? Okay. I have.
But not too bad.
Not too bad. So I'm just going to show you. This is my one. And so I started in the middle and then I filled in the whole top row. And Michelle started in the middle and then went
Yep.
And she's done all the way down to the bottom here and all the way across to the side there. Now you will notice that we have got a couple of different colours in our threads. I obviously misread one of them. I don't seem to have this beautiful purple.
Oh.
Mine's going more pale, which is not really as good. So I might have to look at trying to change that for further down.
Yeah.
But I reckon we're pretty much about the same.
I think so.
You know, about halfway,
Yes.
give or take. Have you got figures for us? Because she's using Pattern Keeper.
I'm done 4,649 out of 9,572, which puts me at 48.57.
There you go. So I told you we're about at 50% each,
Yep.
and I'm doing mine by paper, so I have no idea. We just have to go with what we want.
But if we go for 1,000 a month,
Yep.
that's 5 months, so it's definitely getting done this year.
Awesome. Well, that was our goal, so we're super excited about that.
Yes.
Ah, yes.
All right.
She's showing her purple flowers too.
She did show her purple flowers too, so hopefully you enjoyed that, and where we're at. Now, I also, I've got to have to find one.
Okay.
I've been working very hard on my bookshelf, which I have a picture to show you now, including the new release of the Clouds Factory. Can you tell what the new release book is up here, Jenny?
Well, hang on. That's it.
What? Who's the author?
Stephen King. It's focusing on your blinds, not on
Okay, sorry.
that's a little bit better. Anyway, but yes,
that's where
yes.
we're up to.
So it's the clown.
I got caught up to before they released Stephen King, before the month finished. So
Well, it's interesting that you got two people the first month.
Yeah, and one each one after. I know. Who knows? Anyway, this was where I'm up to. So it was all up to date until the latest release.
Very good.
So I'm really, really happy with that. So that is my brain piece for Survivor for Australia. So it gets lots of love. My purple flowers is the purple team in American Survivor. So I'm up to date on stitching it. I've got two other pieces. Oh, Catch the Wind is one of the other ones, green or orange. I can't remember which one. And the other one is the one I've got to find, which is my pointed fifth, which is somewhere.
Oh, yeah.
So I just have to find that in a minute. So I will probably insert a picture of my pointed fifth here. And as you can see when you're looking at it, it has got, I did the pink stitches because for Whip Warriors, I had to do 500 pink stitches in pink thread to get a 1,500 stitch deduction on a really long leg in Western Australia on the road trip. So you can see that I've done all those pink cats, and that's why it's done pink cats on the side instead of more of the blue structure.
Right.
Okay. Then also for Survivor and also for Sal's, and I'm being very good and I'm sticking to it and I'm really, really proud of myself, is this good old one. Oh, I forgot to show you the pointed fifth either. There's pointed fifth in case you've forgotten what it looks like. And my piece is my Fairy Tale Town by Abras Arts. And it's out of the frame at the moment. So you can actually see how I've gone. Yeah, I'm just doing a bit of maneuvering with the fabric. So, this piece, remember, is the one that's 5'4" long, the fabric, and it's only 30 centimeters tall. All right. I don't know how I'm going to go holding it up for you. So this is where I was working.
Ooh.
So that's a whole new bit of a house.
Building.
Yeah, it's a whole new building has started. Thousands of stitches there. There we are, people. That's the current status of my
I don't think I'd looked at it closely before to know that there's all those little houses up on the hill behind.
Yes. So all of that, can't see. Oh, all of that is complete down to, except for to about there.
Yeah.
And then I've got to keep those cobblestones going. And they're painful. So yeah, so that's what I did, working on that, and I'm really happy. And that will come into play a little bit more in a minute when we move on to haul. One more thing I stitched on is a new model. I am doing a piece that is a DMC thread chart. And it is a flower bouquet. And I can pop a picture in here of what it's sort of going to look like. But I say sort of because I have to do it in two parts, because there's not enough room in my program to have more than about 250 threads. So we have got pattern one, which has got the stems and everything, and a big bouquet of white daisies. That's what you're looking at. But if I throw in here, you'll actually see the coloured petals. So they lie. There is not 500 threads of DMC. It is still the 487 or whatever number, because they've gotten rid of some. So there are 487 different parts to it. And I have started with the bars and I have done all those colours, which are whatever I had between 0 and 900. So why to 0 and 900, you ask? Because a bit like Jenny, I've actually spent a bit of time this month doing some thread organisation. And Jenny, I don't think it's even since. I would like to introduce you guys to my master DMC up to starting in 900s. So that's got every thread that I have like already started, leftover threads basically. So I do intend to put a whole skein on of each colour, but I haven't got there. And it's seriously, it's just this really cute shower caddy. And it's got, and see the bottom, it's got all the grid on it. So I just use the hooks and hook them on using the same like I had them on these from a few years ago. I've run out of them. Yeah. But that's okay, because I have found a way to get I have found these ones online.
Okay.
That are just a nice little acrylic. So I'm just going to put them on to the other ones.
They're sort of similar size, yeah.
Yeah, similar size. And so that's actually up to the end of the 3000s. So I've only got the 36s, 37s and 38s to go. So yes, so that takes quite a bit of time, but it's really good because I've only got 2D, easy to find. There's about 5 on each thread, and they just hang in there the perfect height. It's there you go. See better on the back. See?
Yeah. There you go. Yeah. So mine, I'm currently up to the end of the 900s. Because so that's my threads for a stitch in time, and there aren't that many in the 3000s.
No, there's not. That's why I managed to get up to the end.
3000, then there's 3000 and 3300, and then 3600, and some 38s, I think.
So there you go. That is all my stitching for the month. A lot of different pieces, but not too many. I really am enjoying the focus of the Survivor, so that's going to keep driving me for this month. And then I've got total new plans for May, but that'll have to come in the mid-month video that I promise I will do this month. My mania plans. All right. Do you have any Stitchy Kindness or stash acquisitions?
Not Stitchy Kindness, but I do have a little bit of stash acquisition. So I don't think I've shown this before. I was curious on Temu. It looked like variegated thread, but it had some weird description, something about shoelaces, and
yes.
Or no.
Yeah, you said shoelaces, I'm sure, or something like that.
Yeah. Anyway, the label on it actually says embroidery thread.
Okay.
And it also comes with one of the little metal needle threaders. So it's a little bit thicker it's more almost sort of pearl cotton, and it looks like it's different strands, but each strand is, I pull one out. Ah. So this one, it's red in the middle and then pale pink. So each one is variegated. I have
Right.
no idea what I'm going to use it for, but I'm sure I'll find something.
It would be actually probably quite cute for making like hanging, you know, plaiting it together and making hanging things for ornaments.
Oh, the hanger
Yeah.
loop thing. Yeah, 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 yeah. And
So
because it is kind of Christmassy
it is
colours.
kind of, yeah. So
So it's red and green and pink and a little bit of pale purple.
and especially being a bit thicker like pearl cotton. In fact, you just
Yeah.
given me an idea what to do with all the pearl cottons I got to do my crocheting that I never really got around to doing. Okay. And
then I also was curious about the cross stitches that are available on Temu. And this one caught my eye.
oh, that's
So I
nice.
thought I'd give it a go and see. So it's one of the ones where the pattern's printed on the fabric.
Yep.
But it comes with the threads already on bobbins.
Oh, that's good.
So so I don't know how much detail will be lost in the conversion from the picture to putting it on fabric, but I thought I'd give it a go.
Yeah.
So
Awesome.
yeah.
And is
Not
that all?
anytime soon, but yes, that's all.
Well, that's a very restrained bit of stash acquisition.
Well, as you said, it's been a month and I didn't go to a retreat.
No.
I had friends that went to a retreat and none of them thought to message me to say, Silks for You are here and they've got mystery boxes and they're having a sale. And so.
That's
Yeah.
true. All three of your friends forgot.
Yeah.
In
That's
my defense, I was flat chat very busy.
Hmm.
So, all right.
It's all.
I have got my next Simply Narelle bag.
Oh, cute.
Really cute little animals. She does such a great job. So of course with her little handmade card.
Oh, just quickly back to the retreat. I do have some stuff coming. Well, I bought an Alex project bag at the retreat, but I haven't seen Liz since the retreat, so I don't have it to show you yet. So that will have to be next video.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Okay, there you go. So you have got something.
Yeah.
It came with a Twinings mint green tea, which will be here for whenever Jenny comes. A skein of green thread.
Green thread, yes.
And again,
I'm seeing a bit of a theme here.
Yes, but I need to work out how she does this. So that's the pattern. So she's done a full coverage.
Oh, cool.
And she just puts this little slip of paper in with a QR code. And I need to start doing that for that sort of thing because that's just really nifty. Like I could have freebies at retreats and just give them out like that.
Well, I don't know if it's related, but the latest update on my phone says now instead of doing AirDrop or something, I can create a QR code for a file.
Okay.
Show my friend the QR code on my phone. They scan it, and then that transports the file to their. So it might be some way like I haven't tried it yet because I only read that like yesterday. But that sounds like it could be something along those lines.
Yeah. Anyway, I'm excited with that. So, all right. Then, talking of Silks for You, I'm still getting the monthly colours.
Oh, pretty.
Very history.
Yes. Yeah.
Pastely.
Is that last one grey or is it slightly purple?
Purple. Well, yeah, purple is not grey. It's a really pale purple. No good for any of my designing, but very, very good for just, random stitching with. So they're beautiful. I'm looking forward to seeing them. They'll be at the next retreat I'm going to, Jenny. So I will make sure to let you know. Okay. And my T's and U's from Weeks Dye Works from Stitch and Time. So I must be very close. Like I must have only 1 or 2 months to go, and then I'll have the whole week's collection.
There could be quite a few W's.
Yes, but I don't think I'm going to be going too much more than that.
No.
And there. Oh, okay. My next acquisitions are from Paddock Lane Designs, but we have become the Australian distributor for the wonderful pony needles.
Yes.
And so
I do have one. No, but I would have shown that in the last video. Lisa gave me one when she came to stay.
Yeah. So anyway,
one single
needle to try because I didn't have many back then. Anyway, I am getting 26 and 28 in the blacks. They come as just black and black with a white eye. So I've
so you can tell which size.
No, it's to do with threading. I think they're all like it's not like these ones.
Having a white eye would make it because being black might make it a bit tricky.
These ones, if you see, are different colours depending on the size.
Yes,
and the 28s are a petite.
Yes, yes. So that's what I got. You gave me a petite one.
So I now have some more ponies in my stash, and I thought even though I got them from myself, they still count as stash acquisition.
Yeah.
All right. It's not really. Oh well. Okay. This frame
looks like a Q-snap on steroids.
It is a Q-snap on steroids, and it is brilliant because what you do is you can attach your piece to it, and it's like an 11 by 17 size frame. So I'm gonna pause this in a sec because I need to grab the other piece. Oh, actually, no, I'll do it with my fairy tale town. All right, because this is so big.
Yeah.
So I'm going to give you a live demonstration of how easy it is to do. So both sides come with the clampy bits.
Oh, so you can have
it either way, and there is also one half size as well. I do have that as well, and these are going to be available in Paddock Lane Design shop. So if you watch the Paddock Lane Designs update, you already know this. But we have lots of viewers on here that don't watch Paddock Lane, so please go over and subscribe to Paddock Lane Designs if you want to know what's new in my world of the shop. Because even though I do talk about a few things on here, it's not. We're trying to not have too much of a shop focus in our shady trees.
Yes, this is more about the stitching, not the and a little bit the stuff that you use to do the stitching.
There you
go. Okay.
And it's fantastic for sitting here, two-handed stitching.
Yes.
So I love it, and it fits on my lap beautifully, and it tilts up beautifully, and it does everything beautifully. And then what I've been doing with the hordes of fabric on the side is I got some of those great big clippies, and I just clip them on. Yeah. So there you go, people. I thoroughly recommend this new frame. It will be on the website soon. I just have to work out the price. Okay, so that is one thing. Now, the next thing in stash acquisition is leads me on to plan. Well, there's two more things. So I did get my cottage garden little villages, and because of the way I wanted to do it, March and April, and I need to start with March, so I need to do March, April, May. I'm doing them seasonally in Australian seasons. I originally, because they were see how it's two houses the same and then something in the middle.
Yeah.
So basically I plan to stitch that much of it.
Yes.
I'm not sure exactly how I'm going to do it because I'm going to have to probably put a tree for the end of the railing.
Yes.
And then in the March one, the rainbow goes on the house.
Yeah.
So I probably am going to have to add an extra tree, but that's okay. I think I can manage that. And I'm a bit crazy, and I decided I'm going to do it on this month's Patreon Fabric of the Month colour, Spearmint. I think for the patterns we've got for March and April are going to look really good on this green. And I'm quite sure May will as well, because remember, it's designed in the Northern Hemisphere, which is spring.
Yes.
So I'm going to do it on this piece of beautiful 32 count linen that I dyed for the Patreon Fabric of the Month. And if you're a Patreon member of Paddock Lane Designs, even if you're not on the level to getting the fabric, these fabrics are available to buy after they're released on the website for exclusively to the Patreon for 6 months. So there you go. So that's plans, is to start that. And I'm pretty excited to start it. Don't know when, but probably this month. The next thing, I can only show you the box. But this weekend,
That's right.
I am going to the Downton Abbey retreat by the Black Needle Society.
I missed it. Damn it.
Yep. So I have got the box all here, and I have not opened it. And I'm really thrilled because it came in time, which is pretty good in Australia. So, yeah, part of my busy weekend next weekend is to attend the Downton Abbey retreat. I know. Sorry, Jen, that was a long time ago, that box. You missed.
Someone told me about it, and then when I looked on the Black Needle Society website, I couldn't see anything about it.
Should have asked me. Anyway, that was months ago.
Yes.
All right.
I just remembered I do have one more.
Okay, well, let's go to your shopping and then your plans.
Yes. So I also bought Jardin Privé had a mystery stitch along, and I was kind of like, oh, I didn't know anything about it, but people kept posting photos, and it's like, I think I need to get it. I really think I need to get it. So there's not a cover picture because it was a mystery stitch along, but let me see. I did screenshot a few people's pictures.
Well, that will do. Yes.
Because let's see.
Oh, that's very you. Yes.
And there's someone has sewn little tiny buttons instead of cross stitch.
Oh, yes.
And someone else has, I don't know how, I'll have to go back and see if I can work out how they've done it. But hang on. She's
they've
made
the skeins. Oh, that looks so cool.
Instead of cross-stitching them, she's made them into actual skeins.
I love that.
And for that one, she's also this lady's really talented. She's sewn on one of the teeny tiny itty bitty hoops instead of cross-stitching that too. And it's like, ooh, I like that. Just those little extra touches.
Yeah.
Still a whole heap of cross-stitching.
Fantastic.
So, yeah. So again, that's a who knows when, but I couldn't resist.
A stash acquisition. I can understand why.
Yes.
So what are your plans?
I haven't downloaded all those bits, because it was a stitch along. So there's it's not one pattern to download. It's
each one.
All separate pieces. Well, for April, I have to do I don't have to necessarily do lots of stitching. I have to be very strategic, but I do need to do a fair bit of stitching because for Whip Warriors, every month you earn threads, like virtual threads, as that's kind of the points for the stitching that you've done. And you're supposed to be earning 3 a month.
Yes. I was just going to dig out the threads to show you. So with your threads, that's what this is here. Hanging on my floss drops there are my 3 threads that I earn each month.
Yes. I've so far only earned 4. So by the end of April, I need to have it up to 12. So I need to be paying attention and do all of the events in Whip Warriors in April, which partly it helps because there's the Easter weekend. So I'll have a couple more days where I can potentially stitch. But also it's Easter, so there may well be some pop-up events.
There is a pop-up, so yes, you will be able to get an extra for that. And you've got this weekend, we've got the Focus and Beat the Mod Men.
Yes. So I do. I was trying to do Lucy and Tiffany's birthday because you had to stitch on green fabric.
Yep.
or a pattern with flowers, and this has got flowers all across the top. But I was I had to have another the end of my kidney
Procedures.
lava thing.
Yeah.
It was effectively kind of like taking my stitches out. It wasn't stitches, but that basically that kind of thing on Monday. And I was thinking, well, it's first thing in the I had to be at the hospital at 6 a.m. But it meant that I was done quickly, and so I was thinking that I'd have time in the afternoon to do some more stitching and to post, but at lunchtime I just crashed. Two general anesthetics in the space of 3 weeks.
Yeah. Knocked
Yeah.
you out.
Yeah. So it didn't happen. But
No. Oh, that's a shame.
yes.
All right. So your plans is basically to do whatever you can to get some participation.
Which means that I will be watching the challenge chat that Lisa did with Michelle when that gets put up.
It should be up already.
Okay. I haven't checked today.
Yeah.
And I will probably not be sticking to just one piece. I will be pulling out whichever piece fits for whatever. I think categories letters are pretty good, so I should be able to find a few things that go with them.
And with categories, you get a thread for every 2 that you complete.
Yep.
And there's a word game, and that's easy. You just got to, stitch.
Yeah.
It was
have to remember to, because for sometimes Facebook reminds me that I have events, and sometimes it doesn't.
Yeah.
So that's a little bit tricky.
Well, I will definitely be reminding you to post, because the other problem Jenny has is she does the stitching and takes the photo and then forgets to put it up in time. So we need
No,
to.
it's okay. I have a reminder in my phone for the end of the month to post in categories. But yeah, end of the month was there was a weekend and then a day in hospital, and so it just
Yeah, it wasn't very good.
No.
Okay. So the next thing I've got is just one little thing that is half Stitching Kindness, half Paddock Lane Designs. Just because as I was going through things, it's been very remiss of me. But I have got a model stitch back from again, my lovely friend Kim. And this is the Hobbit House from Cottage Garden Samplings, done as a Paddock Lane Designs cottage garden thread conversion.
Yes.
So it's one of the ones that I'm doing conversion option with the cottage garden threads, and I think it looks absolutely gorgeous. And
certainly the tree stump up the top, the variegation in the brown for that looks so cool.
So Kim did a fantastic.
And the grassy green. Yes.
So she did a fantastic job of model stitching this for me, and it's on a piece of the pigs. Yeah, I don't know why, but anyway. So it's on Storm. This one's on a piece of Stormy, because I like doing these on a dark one. So now we have the Hobbit House ready for me to, do the conversion list for. And I am, for anyone who's bought my conversions, going to print them in a bigger format because they're hard to read. So you learn by doing, and that's okay.
Yep.
Okay. That then brings me to our Australian word of the week.
Have you got one?
I did take a photo in preparation of this event. The problem is, when did I take that photo in relation to the 55 billion things I have got? It's not jumping out at me very easily, unfortunately. So I don't have a word for the moment, but I'm going to give the word tucker. Tucker is another Aussie slang meaning food, particularly dinner.
Yes.
Like, it's not a snack. It's like tucker time is like dinner time.
Yes.
But it could be lunchtime. It could be breakfast time, but it's more like tucker time, with the big ringing of the bell, and then you call out tucker time, and it's time to come and get food. So that's my random from my top of my head Australian word of the week.
So are you trying to find dog on the tucker box?
No,
No?
I took a photo. There was actually a whole bunch of food related ones.
Oh, okay.
And I saw it and I thought, I need to take a photo of that to remind us of things we can tell people about.
Yes.
But I can't find it now. So it's odd.
Okay.
All right, we probably better get off because no one else can get into this room while we're here talking. So thank you everyone for joining us. Please like and subscribe and pop over to Paddock Lane Designs and subscribe over there if you're interested in finding out what's happening in the business side of things. And Jenny will be back to you next month.
Yep.
I will be back to you with a special update in a couple of weeks. All right. Happy stitching, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.